BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
All right, guys, I'm here with Alex Mashinsky from Celsius, and I got quite a lot to talk to you about. I know Celsius has got some big stuff going on. Boom. Yeah, that's good. But let's talk first about this conference. What are your overall thoughts about Bitcoin 2021 so far?
It's just a killer, man. The line was around the block. People were standing 2 hours in the sun waiting to come in. People from all over the world. I met a few people who took a bus to come here, people volunteering. So just love it. The community is so powerful, so strong. Bitcoin's going to the moon. Anyone that doesn't understand that needs to come here to Miami and see it in person, you know?
Yeah, so I know going back to 2018 when prices started dropping in the bear market, there was not this level of interest in Bitcoin or crypto in general. Would you agree with that?
You couldn't wear a HODL shirt. People would make fun of you.
Yeah.
Know? So yeah, I mean, look, you got the OGs, the guys who carry big bags. You know, they're accumulating. They continue to accumulate. Now you got institutions, corporates, and the retail guys are still in it, right?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of tourists, a lot of traders and tourists who come and go, like Elon. But
we'll get there in a second. Yeah.
But most of us are here for the long run, right? So that's what we care about.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, I know I've mentioned this to you before, but my first crypto conference ever was in 2018, and you were speaking there about Celsius, and nobody even knew what it was. I was like, this is the guy that created VOIP, oh my gosh.
Yes.
And now here we are together. What an amazing run.
Yeah, we just crossed 1 million users. We have 20 billion in assets.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, you know. Like I think in 2018 when I was at that conference, we had like maybe 200 or 300 million.
Yeah.
So it's just been an amazing run, and we've paid $700 million in interest.
Wow.
Over 3,000 Bitcoin just in interest, right? We have 107,000 Bitcoin on the platform.
Yeah.
So more than most of these guys on the main stage over there, you know. So
yeah, I know, right? But they talk a big game about their Bitcoin only. You guys do Bitcoin interest. You also do interest on other coins. Of course, you have the Celsius token. If you got any flack from any of the maxis?
First, in this conference, we're not allowed to mention anything besides Bitcoin.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. The rules are strict. This is a Bitcoin maximalist conference, and we're only talking about the big B. You know, that's it.
That's right.
You know, I think there's definitely a process of creating much more flow into DeFi, much more flow into other kind of Ethereum killers. But right now, store of value is Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
And yield is Ethereum. That's it. Those are the two horses that have any kind of carry.
Well, one thing I would like to see over the next few years, you know, is if we get away from this narrative of, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum are against each other, because they're certainly not. They work together, and I think your platform is a great way, you know, great demonstration of that.
Definitely. I think, look, it's not one clan against the other. I think this is all about convincing the 99% who are not in crypto that they need to move in and take an allocation, 5, 10%, 20% into crypto, and then they need to diversify. They need to have both Bitcoin and Ethereum and some, you know, altcoins. You know, so definitely I don't believe that one asset or one coin is going to rule them all. We're going to have a lot of experimentation, a lot of diversification. And, you know, like last year, our Cell token was the best performing. Masari ranked us #1. This year, during the flash crash, we did better than any other token in the market. So at the peak when Bitcoin was down 53%, we were down 7%. So we held up very nicely again, all because of the community, right?
Yeah.
So and yesterday we hit an all-time high of $8.
You did? You said an all-time high?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. This is news.
Crazy.
All I could see was a sea of red. I didn't know anything was in green. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So sell everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all sell tokens, everything.
Yes.
Don't sell everything, but that's CEL everything.
CEL did very well. But again, you need an allocation. Like you talk about every show. So I think you do a great job also, you know, educating the clan about what to do. Hey, slow down. Hey, you know, HODL, don't get scared. So and people need to see that. Sometimes they have doubt, and they go to your channel, go over 1 million subs now.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
They're the biggest channel on YouTube. So
all the interwebs.
All the interwebs.
Because we're not just on YouTube. We've got almost 5 million total followers.
Wow.
We're approaching 5 million across all our socials.
Amazing.
And I think what you said is really important because we understand that our role as a channel and as a community in crypto is when the prices are dropping, like we can still tell the message of like, it's okay to take profits, it's okay to hedge, but overall we understand where this is going in the long run. I think this conference really nails that down as well. Like we are going, I guess, to the proverbial moon, I think sooner rather than later. What are your thoughts overall on the market right now as we've seen, prices drop over the last month? And obviously, Cell token has been doing well, but in general, the rest of the markets, where do you kind of see things going from here over the next year to 2 years?
Look, it was easy money from 10,000 to 50 or 60, and a lot of people got greedy. They put up too much, leverage, right? They started buying 10x, 20x, and it's like a string. When you stretch it too much, it snaps back down, and all those people got wiped out, right? So, like you say, I say the same thing. Don't use leverage. Just accumulate, hodl, buy a little bit every month, average your way in. So we had the correction. We took all the leverage out of the system, and now we're rebuilding. So I think that 30,000 level is probably our new support level. And you got to start seeing accumulation. And in February, March, I was putting a tweet saying, "Hey, we're gonna have a correction. We're gonna have a correction."
Yeah.
I got a lot of hate Twitter. I mean, people were like, "Shut up."
You can't say it goes down. You can't say that.
They like you talking about prices going up, but they don't like you talking about prices going down. So now I think we had the fix. Now we're going higher because again, they ain't making more Bitcoin anymore. Well, we're making some more because we're mining, but
it's on a schedule. We're not making any more outside of the already planned amount, and that's part of the beauty of the economics of Bitcoin.
Exactly, we're just making them for our community, not for everybody
else. That's right.
Because
so many Bitcoin you guys are getting over there at Celsius. But I want to ask you a tough question.
So my point is, just to answer your question, so we're going to about 160 this year, my view. Right? It's the same thing I said in January. We're going to 160, but we're going to correct again below 100 before December.
Yeah, okay.
So that's my prediction.
Yeah, mine's 320. So 320K. I mean,
I'd rather you win.
I hear you.
We can take it right now, no problem.
But look, if I lose and you win, I'll take that too, 160K. Nobody's going to be mad when we're over 100, I think, for sure.
Last year, I can just tell you, I tweeted about it January of 2019, right? I tweeted that we're going to close the year at 30,000.
Yeah.
And people are like, no, come on. Hit it on the nose, right?
Yeah.
So we got to see how we do this year. We'll see if we can replicate it.
Well, speaking of things that are popular, Bitcoin's popular, correction, we're talking about that. But I want to ask you a question. You got to pick one or the other. If you could remove one thing from crypto completely, would it be Dogecoin or would it be Elon Musk?
Look, Dogecoin is still a crypto, right? So good or bad, it's part of the family.
It has a use case.
Exactly. And now there's a broad community that is in crypto only because of Dogecoin.
Amen. Yeah.
So now we're going to educate them about all the other stuff. Some of them are going to land on Bitcoin. Some of them are going to land on all the other coins, right? So that is not a negative. That's only a positive, right? Price is high, price is low. That's a separate story.
Yeah.
But what Elon does, where he's basically just playing ping pong, yin yang with the entire crypto community, and all he wants is just more followers. Come on, man. This is people's lives. This is their life savings. You don't F with that, so you're a tourist, move on,
Get out of here. You got your Hawaiian shirt, now kick rocks. Now,
crypto will do just fine without it,
We were talking right before we came on here on this interview, and we were talking about Elon a little bit, and I said I think he's like Peter Schiff. Like Peter Schiff, his brand is anti-Bitcoin. Elon Musk's brand is now like just saying controversial things about Bitcoin.
Well, he's undecided. 1 minute he's dating Bitcoin, 1 minute he's breaking up with Bitcoin, 1 minute he loves Bitcoin, the next minute he's saying bad things about it, broken heart. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. Well,
make up your mind, just enough is enough.
I kind of think maybe there's something going on under the surface we can't see. Maybe he's trying to get Tesla into mining, and you guys actually had some recent mining news as well from Celsius. Let's get into what are some new things going on with Celsius. Let's start there.
Well, so the way you fix Bitcoin power problems, right? Everybody's talking about how Bitcoin is not green and this and that. Is invest in green power.
Yeah.
So we committed, Celsius committed $200 million. We announced it yesterday. 200 mil ourselves without any help. That's more than all the guys that were on that council with Elon.
Yeah.
In North American green power. So we are doing hydro, solar, and wind, and we're going to put mining equipment behind it to make sure that everything we mine is green, right?
Yeah.
We issued a press release on it, and we don't talk, we just do stuff. You know?
Yeah, I like that. And I do think it's so funny to me that when it comes to mining, like Tesla themselves, like they're allowed to develop and get more efficient, but they want to talk about like Bitcoin's not. But we all know that all environmental stuff is going to more efficient, more renewable, more clean. And it's good to see you guys playing a role in that.
Right, and look, if you have a Tesla and you plug it into the grid, you're sucking exactly the same power that Bitcoin is sucking.
Yeah.
And if half of your grid is not green, then you are ruining this planet driving a Tesla. If you think you're greening the planet driving a Tesla, you ain't doing anything. No, you're not. It's the same grid, it's the same power. The only way you make it greener, the planet greener, is creating new demand for new power, and you make sure that that demand is using solar, wind, and hydropower.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what we're investing in.
Driving around a Tesla thinking you're saving the environment, it's probably just as effective to actually go get some green spray paint and just spray it green. You know, just make your Tesla green, then it's green. That's all you got.
Exactly.
So what else does Tesla, or does Celsius? Excuse me. I'm sorry, I said Tesla. What else does Celsius have going on right now? I think you guys got a new partnership. Or?
Yeah. So we MakerDAO just approved accepting Cell token.
Wow.
AAVE is next, so we have a partnership with them as well.
Oh, okay.
And we got, what else we got? We partnered with Visa, so we're launching a global card that's going to be a credit card, not a debit card.
Yeah.
So you're not selling your Bitcoin. You're just basically taking $1 loan against it, but you can hodl. So it's the first card that allows you to hodl.
Oh, interesting.
And the rates are going to be single digits.
Yeah.
So you're going to be, and it's for everybody. You don't need a credit approval, you don't need a job, you don't need a house. Right, everybody can get one of these cards. And what else? I'm missing one. What else do we do?
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be a big one.
It must be huge.
It, right?
Must be huge.
So we also announced we're going to do 100 jobs here in Florida.
Oh, wow.
We're going to hire 100 people. We opened an office in Tampa. We also have a bunch of people here in Miami. And if you have any tech skills, you want to live here, you want to live the life, come to Celsius. We'll get you housing. We'll get you going. We need 100 programmers, 100 techies right here in Florida. So
yeah, how many people do you guys have total?
we're 350 right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 350, and they're all over. Like we got about 100, just over 100 in Europe. We got over 100 in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
So it's growing super fast. 20 billion in assets. You know, you got to manage that. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. I think it's about. I think you guys are 40 times as big as you were. Crazy. I think when we first started talking. So
what I'm proud the most is that we paid $700 million to all those people. I mean, we have a booth here on the floor. People come, they shake your hand, they thank you. They really appreciate the work that we're doing for them. You know, and especially through Corona, people lost their jobs and stuff. We help people get through it. That's what we're really proud of. So,
well, one thing I love about you as a person, and I love about what you've done with Celsius is, like, everything you do, it's always working towards the same goal. You're not doing things outside, like, just to make money or just because it might be a good business deal. Everything you do is, like, coming from a philosophical, idealistic standpoint.
For 30 years, right? Voice of IP.
Yeah.
4.5 billion people use it every day.
Yep.
Right? We gave it to the world for free. We don't charge royalties. We didn't build a giant corporation. Gave it to the world for free, right? Same thing, wireless in the subways, transit wireless. Celsius, these are my 3 unicorns. Like Elon, I have 3 unicorns too, right? And
but you actually built yours, right?
I built my.
It might be a little bit different. Just saying, Elon.
He's making fun of Elon because Elon was the 4th CEO of Tesla.
People don't know that.
People don't know that. Most people think he's the founder.
Yeah, I know. They're going to find out next week on a video on my channel. I'm going to tell the whole story. You guys get ready. Buckle in.
So one more partnership that we did, we partnered with iHeartRadio.
Oh, yeah.
They have 265 million users that listen to their podcast. Yeah. A lot of famous people. I'm going to have you on the show as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah. How about that?
So we're going to start educating, like you're doing again, a great job educating the crypto clan most of you guys already are in crypto. You're just holding hand with them. Here we're going to go and try to educate people that don't even know what crypto is.
Yeah.
Right? Or they're afraid of it. They think it's a bad thing. So I need all of the OGs to come out on the show and really convince the rest of the society. The 99% that think that we are crazy, we got to convince them that we got the real thing. You know?
We got to get it down to like 97% or something like that,
work
right?
it down. But it's it's one person at a time. Like you said, you got 5 million followers. I mean, you're about 4 million ahead of us.
Yeah,
there we go.
100
million. So we get there. We all get there together.
Absolutely.
Your bags, my bags are worth more if we bring all these people. This is not about competition or one coin versus the other. It's about all the centralized finance guys moving over to decentralized finance.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that really resonated with me the first time I ever heard you speak was talking about bringing that 100 million people in.
Yep.
Now we fast forward years later, we're actually doing it.
95 left to go.
95 million left to go. We're going to get there, maybe by the next cycle. We'll see what happens.
2018, it sounded crazy.
It did.
Talking about 100 million,
It did.
like everybody's like, what are you talking about? Like there's maybe 1 million people in all of crypto.
Yeah.
But now I think everybody's energized. I mean, especially here. You ask people, okay, can you do 100? They'll be like, of course.
Absolutely.
No question about it. So,
it's a matter of time. That's
exactly. So we just got to keep at it. We got to tune the message. We got to choose our ambassadors right. Like Elon is not really the right ambassador for all of us. I think all of us pulling the same message together, going in the same direction, right? Helping the community. That's what it's all about. We can all win together. Normally on Wall Street, you lose, I win, right? Or the other way around. There's no win-win. Very, very low win-win. Here, the entire community wins together. And institutions are coming in now, have to buy our bags at 60, 80, 100,000 a coin.
That's it.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's just such a great way to look at it. And we're making progress. We're going to get there together. Alex, thank you so much for doing this interview today. It was good as always to talk to you. And
I want to thank you for doing an amazing job educating the people. I think people listen to you like religiously, and it's important. Listen, it's important because you have their trust and you do God's work. Elon takes that trust and he flips it like in all directions. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
So you're doing a great job.
Thank you, appreciate it. Well, I know you've made money, I've made money, so many people have made money. Now it's time to change the world. I think that's the important message.
People ask me, they're like, wait, aren't you a billionaire? Why are you on the floor shaking hands, taking pictures? I'm like,
because you care.
I build it for you, I didn't build it for me.
Exactly, 100%. And that's what I tell my audience all the time when I see them in these places. I'm like, you're really what matters. And like, I'm doing what I'm doing, but it's bringing the people in and building the community. So Alex, thank you again for coming on. You guys all make sure you check out Celsius, the platform, the token. Check out all the new stuff they got going on, and we'll talk to you on the next one.
Yeah, we'll do another one.
Yep, absolutely.